Hi guys, welcome back to the channel once again here on YouTube. Today, another review for you guys, and it's another wrestling music CD. So we have today WWE Theme Addict, the music volume 6. So after a 3-year gap between volume 5 in 2004, WWE decided to release volume 6 subtitled Theme Addict. So yeah, the cover artwork for this, very, very strange. Again, similar to, well, it's not similar artwork, but my thoughts are similar to the Reckless Intent one. That was very strange as well. I thought they would have at least gone with having wrestlers whose theme music are on this actual set CD itself, on the cover artwork. But instead we've got what appears to be a dead emo stroke goth trying to reach for a CD while lying down, like flat down on a sidewalk or a pavement or whatever you want to call it, depending on where you are in the world, and a phone or something next to them, or a music listening device. I don't know. I wasn't rich enough to own anything like that back then. I'm not even rich enough to own that kind of shit now, so I have no idea. I'm not technically sound, as they would say back then. I don't know what the terms are now. I'm an old fuck. I haven't got a clue. But anyway, yeah. Very bizarre choice for artwork. I'm not keen on it, but I'd prefer it to the Reckless Intent one, but it's still not saying a lot, is it really? Where are the wrestlers? This is a wrestling CD, not a fucking, I don't know, emotional wreck fucking fest. I don't know. What the hell's going on? But anyway, at least we got the WWE logo on there somewhere. We know it's a wrestling CD because of that reason. Otherwise, you pick this up without that logo on there and you'd think to yourself, what the hell's going on? But yeah, so let's have a look at the spine a second then. We have Columbia Records responsible for this release. So as I said, yeah, this is the 6th volume in the series. This comes with a bonus DVD, which I'll cover as well while we talk about each of the entrance theme songs. I've got to get the insert out ready to show you guys. But before I show you that, I'll show you the disc. So disc, CD disc, music CD disc. And it's got a really strange door on it. So there we go. And there's the DVD. And then a weird background, pretty much blank grey background to the artwork behind. I'll show you the back of the CD shortly, but before I do that, let's have a look at this. There's not much of a pamphlet. This cover doesn't really open up a great deal. There's only this. So we have a lot of superstars from 2004. And obviously general manager as well. So we got Theodore Long, Teddy Long, from left to right, sorry, I should have said. So we have Teddy Long, Victoria, Carlito, Eugene, Chrissy Hemme, and John Cena. And then like various screenshots of superstars in action. So we have Heidenreich, I do believe that is. And that could be Shannon Moore. He's wrestling there. It looks like Victoria and Lita on the next screenshot. Shelton Benjamin. Gail Kim. Could be Mickey James there as well. Billy Kidman doing the Shooting Star Press. And I think that's Christian. Could be Christian and Jericho, actually. And then we have JBL and Eddie Guerrero on that screenshot. The Undertaker, Chavo Guerrero, and Evolution members Triple H, Batista, and Ric Flair. And then on the back, we just got the tracks that are on the CD and the production details and special thanks and everything else. The usual stuff. So let's check out the back of this CD and talk about both the CD and the DVD as I go along. So yeah, we have the Evolution members again in that screenshot, and John Cena. So I've already shown you those pictures on the inside. They're exactly the same ones. Got an advert there for WrestleMania 21. Ironically, it's 21 years ago since this CD was released, so that's kind of very ironic and strange, isn't it? And then it says like the DVD, sorry, is a Region 1 PAL, but I thought Region 1 was US and PAL was European territory, but I don't know. I don't know how all that works. So I hope you guys can see that clearly, the track list in there. The camera focus a bit more. So try to keep steady hands for this today. If not, I'll try and bring it closer again. So Line in the Sand is track number 1. Evolution theme music by Motorhead. So what I did is I put the DVD in and listened to that all the way through. And the DVD, unfortunately, is missing 2 of the tracks, which I'll let you know which they are as we go along. But it was good to have the video playing while the track's playing, so it made it more interesting for me to pay more attention to it. And I like the idea of this bonus DVD, and it has the option to shuffle the tracks as well as you go along. And pretty good way to open up the CD if you were just listening to the CD. But I just played all on the DVD. I didn't shuffle the tracks. And Line in the Sand was first on there anyway. And performed by Motorhead. Absolute classic, iconic entrance music for any wrestling faction, I guess. And it being Evolution, kind of, I'm in two minds about some of the members. I mean, 50% of Evolution is definitely cool, in my opinion, but the other 50% not so much. I have my reasons, but, that's just me. I'm a picky guy, but yeah, for a faction entrance theme, yeah, pretty good. Evolution were okay, I guess, but that's just my opinion. You might think to yourself, only okay, or what I mean, just get all uptight or whatever. That's just my opinion. I'm allowed my opinion. But as I said, 50% of Evolution are good, in my opinion. The other 50%, not so good. Do you want me to tell you who they are? Probably not. If you do want me to know, if you know me well enough, you know who I'm referring to, who the 50% I don't like. But I'm not going to go into that too much. I'll let you know in the comments, maybe. If you don't know already, if you don't know me enough already, then you won't know, will you? But yeah. Anyway, Evolution, Line in the Sand, Motorhead, great tune. 50% of the faction, pretty cool. The other 50%, not so much. Moving on. Number 2, Cool. Carlito, Caribbean Cool. Or Caribbean, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Is it Caribbean or Caribbean? Carlito, Caribbean Cool. Yeah, even on the text, it still has the Carlito Caribbean Cool on the video, on the music video for it, sorry, on the DVD. And he didn't keep that whole name for long, did he? He just dropped the Caribbean Cool after a certain amount of time and just went with Carlito. And yeah, it's that, taking a bite of the apple and then spitting it and then saying the line, I spit in the face of those who don't want to be cool. And, there probably were kids copying that at school, around this kind of time, which I found quite hilarious and wrong at the same time. But Carlito's a very good wrestler when he came in. Very interesting. What is it? He won was it the US Championship he won on his debut? Won it from Cena, I'm pretty sure, didn't he? Yeah, on SmackDown. And then he went to Raw, and on his Raw debut, he won the Intercontinental Championship, I'm sure. Or was it the other way around? Such a long time ago, I can't remember now. But yeah, I always remember that. The debuts he made, he won a championship, a mid-tier championship, which is pretty good. Pretty cool. Right, Carlito? But yeah, catchy tune, yeah, you know, Carlito, 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 yeah, you know how it goes, guys. But annoying at the same time. Uh, Good video as well, funny. Even if you know, looking back at it now, 21 years later. Yeah, good stuff. Number three, the Mac Militant, Theodore Long. So the SmackDown, or then SmackDown general manager, Theodore Long, Teddy Long. His Mac Militant theme, yeah, is very iconic because every time you heard that play on SmackDown, you know business was about to pick up. Awesome matches were going to be made, either on SmackDown or for the SmackDown pay-per-view or for the joint pay-per-view with Raw or whatever. Yeah, Teddy was always, sorry, a very good GM. His theme music, which I believe he also shared with Rodney Mack, I'm pretty sure. Because he managed Rodney Mack for a while, didn't he, in 2003? I'm sure they shared that theme music. But yeah, Teddy Long, very iconic music as well. Very good. Good to hear that again after all this time. I have actually heard it recently, but not as often as as much as I did back then, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, good tune. Number four, Just Close Your Eyes, Christian, Waterproof Blonde. So this one wasn't included on the DVD, but when I put the CD in to listen to which version of this Christian it was, Christian theme music it was, yeah, I'd like the tune. Don't get me wrong, but it feels very sad, very like distressing, and it doesn't suit a wrestler. It shouldn't suit Christian, but it does, if that makes sense. It's just really bizarre, and it just doesn't seem like it's a wrestler's theme music. But like I said, it does go with Christian. Maybe it's because of all this time that's passed, and I'm so used to hearing it. You know, when it was played for him after his, I say transformation. So when he like had his hair cut short and, you know, tried to move into like the main event a bit more, going after the Intercontinental Championship first of all, and then the world title, he was, you know, he became more serious, and this was very, very, yeah, moving music, to be honest. I do like this one. I think it's the slower one, because there's a slow version and then there's a speeded up version with a male vocalist. But yeah, very good track, that one. I do like that, but it doesn't suit a wrestler, but it does suit Christian, even though it's not supposed to. That's the best way I could explain that. And again, just my opinion. Don't want to upset anybody. Next up, track number 5, Dangerous Politics, Heidenreich. So, I was a fan of Heidenreich, and I know he's a bit weird and everything else, but I like the idea of him being that cryogenetically frozen soldier from World War II. And then, obviously, he falled out, and then he was brought into the WWE. I wish they'd went along with that, and that would have been really awesome. But yeah, it is good. The theme music. He was a good wrestler, in my opinion. Not a lot of people did like him. I didn't like the weird shit he did with Snitsky. You know, the poems and babies thing. That was a bit weird. The stuff with Michael Cole was also a bit fucked up. But if you look past all that, Heidenreich was pretty cool. I did like his feud with Undertaker, and his theme music was very very dark and very very creepy as well. And there's only one lyric repeated in different ways. So Heidenreich, Heidenreich. With like this beat in the background, like a marching band kind of beat. And it works very well, and it suits him. And he kind of like marched to the ring with it. He like the way he held his arm while he came out for his entrance down the aisle. It kind of, it's hard to explain, but yeah, he was just like doing like a chicken wing kind of thing. I don't know. It was like a weird march he did, but it was good. And music, very good wrestler. I wish he'd gone on to do better things in the business. And yeah, I know he had that run with Animal, didn't he, for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship as one half of Legion of Doom. But that wasn't very memorable for most fans. I think he had a US championship run, or he had a US championship match, maybe, or two. I can't remember now. But yeah, good wrestler. Should have gone on to do more. Good tune as well, in my opinion. Yeah, and creepy kind of video to it as well. And yeah, I think that Michael Cole stuff's in that video though. That's a bit weird. That is not cool. Sorry, Carlitos. Don't mean to keep stealing your catchphrases as well. That is not cool. You know, spit in their face. Anyway, I'm going to move on away from that subject of spitting in faces and Michael Cole and stuff, because you know we're not going down that rabbit hole. That's weird. Let's stop talking about spitting in faces, Michael Cole and holes. Move on and talk about track number 6, Real Good Girl, Raw Diva search theme. So listening to it on the CD, yeah, it's not one I'd listen to over and over again, but having it whilst playing on the TV screen with the DVD video, with the video playing in the background, you know, via the DVD, I paid more attention to it, funnily enough, guys. I can't really put my finger on why that is. I mean, you know, there's like all these Raw Diva search contestants, and they're all walking down the, I don't know, like this catwalk kind of thing, and yeah, they're dressed to impress, I guess. I don't know. You go check out the video, guys. You'll see what I mean. But there's something about that. But yeah, I paid more attention to the tune then, to the theme tune, than I did if it was just played through the CD. Would I play it over and over again like some of these other tracks? No. Would I pay attention to it if it was on the DVD again? Yes. Moving on. Track number 7. Chavito Ardiente, I think I've said that correctly. So that's Chavo Guerrero's entrance theme. You know, that ooh Chavo at the beginning, and then you know straight away who it is with the when the woman introduces it like that, with that particular lyric, and yeah, dun, 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 with the Mexican kind of music in the background. Good theme music as well. Chavo had. Again, Chavo was another one of those wrestlers who should have gone on to have great success, like his Uncle Eddie. Yes, he did win the ECW championship, but apart from that, he didn't really go on to win it like a SmackDown or Raw heavyweight championship, which was very unfortunate. I always liked Chavo, but he was never Eddie, was he? Not really. But good theme, very good theme tune. I do like that one. Brings back a lot of memories, especially for the Ruthless Aggression era. Sorry, guys, I thought I was going to hiccup then. Excuse me. Track number 8 next. So we have The Darkest Side, Undertaker's remix. So yeah, this one was also on the DVD. And yeah, well, it's the Undertaker's theme, guys. You know, it's iconic. Every wrestling fan knows it. If you don't know it, then you know, have you been like living under a rock for the last 30 plus years or whatever? But yeah, it's a good one. Very, very iconic, as I said, and just a remix of it, of the wrestler that takes a decade to get to the ring to wrestle his opponent. You know what I mean? Undertaker, absolute legend, legendary music, very iconic, as I said. Stop using the word iconic, but you know, it is iconic. Great stuff. I'm glad it's included here as well. Number 9, Child's Play, Eugene. I mean, why did they have to include this on here? Right, the wrestler Eugene himself, he was fun to watch. He was, even though he had poor taste in his favorite wrestler being Triple H and all that. Triple H, my favorite wrestler. He tells The Rock, and yeah, as I said, Eugene very good in the ring. The theme music, it does suit him. I hate to say it, and the video for it, as you can imagine, is very childish. That's the best way of describing it. You know, describes his character. And obviously he's like, God, word this correctly now, mentally challenged. And, you know, he's a wrestler you're either going to love or hate, but he wasn't really one I did like a lot, but I did like it when he was getting victories over wrestlers I didn't like, if that made sense. But it's not one of the tracks I would play over and over again, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it. Moving on from Eugene, number 10, we have Don't Mess With, which is Victoria's, I think this might be her second theme. And believe it or not, Nicki Minaj performed this, and I didn't realise that. And yeah, the lyrics for this is so bizarre as well. I had to look them up because it sounds like I'm the girl in my bathtub, and then there's a guy singing, "Come on, girl, get your bathtub," but it's not. It's "get your bad stuff" or something like that. Very strange lyrics, but I don't like this one. I prefer her theme where I'm trying to think what they're called. All the Things She Said. I'm trying to think who performed that now. Tattoo. Yeah, so there was a band called Tattoo, spelled Tatu, and there's a girl band duo, and they sang. Yeah, they performed that, and then she used to have that as her entrance, Victoria. I preferred that to this one. No disrespect to Nicki Minaj. I mean, you may be a good singer and everything, but you're not Tattoo. And I can understand Tattoo's lyrics more than yours. They're not talking about bathtubs. They're probably doing something else in the bathtub, but we'll leave it at that. Moving on. Number 11. Ain't No Stopping Me, Shelton Benjamin. Now, this absolute classic theme tune when he broke up with Charlie Haas as the world's greatest tag team. And they both went their own separate ways doing their single stuff. And Shelton Benjamin on Raw picking up some good victories. And his iconic, it is iconic. I said iconic again, didn't I? But yeah, it's kind of iconic theme, I guess. But it is a very good theme. Ain't No Stopping Me. And then on the video, on the DVD, I was watching his the Titantron video for this particular song. I forgot how athletic this guy is, or was, and still is now. Let's be honest. At the age of 50 years old in AEW, he's still pulling off those incredible high-risk maneuvers. And very impressive athlete, very underrated. He also should have gone on to bigger and better things, especially in WWE. I'm surprised he was never, a big champion over there. But AEW at the age of 50 doing cool stuff like he's still doing, like back into he was doing in 2004. Good stuff and good theme. Ain't no stopping me now. Anyway, enough of that. Number 12, You Can Run by You Can Run, which is Billy Kidman's theme. So Billy Kidman, it'd been a while since I heard this one, and hearing it back again, it's really good. It's a really good track. I thought it was performed by like a rap artist that I knew very well, but it wasn't. Let me just have a quick look who did perform it, because I did forget. Sorry, guys. So Lord Dickum Alla Boogie. I don't know if any guys know who that is. I'll try and bring it in so you can see. There, just above my thumb. Track number 12. You Can Run, Billy Kidman. Yeah, it's a good track, that. And I've forgotten, I completely forgot about it, what his theme was until I listened to this back. And yeah, it's very good. And I forgot how interesting some of Billy Kidman's matches were when he'd moved over to WWE after the fall of WCW. But yeah, that's a really good one. If you guys can't remember that one, go check that track out again. That entrance theme, Billy Kidman, You Can Run. Very good. very underrated in my opinion as well, both wrestler and theme song. Number 13, Rise Up, the old WWE SmackDown theme, performed by Drowning Pool. You know, if you're a WWE fan, lifelong fan or whatever, you're going to know straight away what that is. It is a good track. It's only, I guess, a minute or so long, just for the intro. And I didn't hear it on the CD, sorry. I heard it on the DVD. And then obviously the video played, and it was the exact same opening video you would get for the old SmackDown intro. And then, yeah, it played the tune while showing the intro for the old SmackDown. So I don't know if it's an extended version on the CD. I should have checked that. That's the only thing I didn't check. So apologies for that, guys. But yeah, Rise Up by Drowning Pool, the old WWE SmackDown theme from 2004. Good track. Number 14, International Woman, Gail Kim. Now, this was another one I completely forgot about, and that like Matrix-like gimmick, that's the best way I could describe it, that she had. And then the entrance and the Titantron had like all this weird cryptic fucking messaging, and you know, like the Matrix movies. And then you got all the way she's dressed and everything else, like she's some sort of computer geek or hacker, or I don't know. I don't even know what I'm on about half the time, guys. So, but yeah, I think you get the gist of what I'm trying to say. And yeah, Matrix Gail Kim, we'll say. But yeah, it's that one. And I forgot how good that track was as well. That's another blast from the past. Pretty good stuff. Speaking of blast from the past, track number 15, Longhorn, JBL, John Bradshaw Layfield. Great track as well. Great theme, entrance theme music. Every time I used to hear that back in 2004, late 2004, early 2005, I'm thinking to myself, is this going to be another week or another month even, where JBL retains that WWE Championship again? Because he'd always find a way to retain that championship after winning it from Eddie Guerrero in controversial fashion in 2004. And he went on to hold that championship, was it 9 or 10 months? But he'd always find a way to weasel out and retain, whether it be help from the cabinet or his cabinet members, Basham Brothers and Orlando Jordan, or he'd just find another sneaky way of doing it, like retaining it, as he did against the Big Show at, what was it, No Way Out 2006, with that steel cage barbed wire. I thought he's not getting out of that, and he still did. He still did back then. Fair play to him. Was it not 2006, 2005? Sorry if I said 2006. No Way Out 2005, guys. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, JBL, good theme. Yeah, definitely good theme. Very iconic. That is iconic, and I'm going to use the word iconic for that because it is iconic. Up there with The Undertaker, definitely. JBL. Number 16, Untouchables, John Cena. Classic track. This one wasn't included on the DVD, unfortunately, either. So both the John Cena and Christian, the Christian themes weren't included on the DVD, only on this CD instead. So that was a shame they didn't have those two on there. But apart from that, yeah, this CD itself, brilliant. And to include a bonus DVD with it, it's absolutely amazing. And I'm so pleased with it. And it was a good follow-on from Volume 5, beg your pardon. Even though there was like a 3-year absence, as I said. But I think we may have had one or two other music CDs in between that anyway. But from the volumes, the series with the volumes, I meant, from the main series of CDs, the 3-year gap. But it made up for that, not only with good choice of entrance themes, but the addition of the bonus DVD as well. So for that reason, and because I really enjoyed it, and it was good to listen back to it and to watch that DVD as well, not just for the Raw Diva search video, guys. It was because it was awesome. But I did have a fun time with that and the whole thing. So yeah, let down by the cover artwork again though, similar to Reckless Intent. But what can you do, eh? I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It would have had a 10 out of 10 if it didn't have stupid cover artwork and maybe 1 or 2 tracks I wasn't interested in on there. Apart from that though, great stuff. 9 out of 10. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of Theme Addict, the music, volume 6. Sorry if I've upset anyone with any of my comments today. Just speaking the truth, how I see it, and my own opinions. And like, subscribe, and everything else. And I'll catch you again soon for another video. Stay safe, and goodbye for now.